Hello, Mr. Shepherd here with some more maths, and today our WALT is to solve simple problems involving money. Okay, so we've got Jack and Jill here. They've gone into a shop with some money and they want to buy some items, okay? Now our job is to see if they can afford what they're planning to buy, okay? So they've got 50p, they're saying, between them. They want to know, can we buy 2 bubble pots and 1 bag of marbles, okay? So they want to buy 2 of these that are 10p and 1 bag of marbles, which is 12p. All right, now job's to work out if they can afford it. Okay, so they've got 50p to spend. We're going to have a look at it on a number line. Now, they've got our first pot of bubbles there for 10p. Okay, so our total goes up to 10p. That's what we're planning to spend. Okay, we've got another pot of bubbles. Okay, so that is going to take our total up. So up the top here, we're going to see our 10p, our extra 10p for that pot of bubbles. Down the bottom, we're going to see our total, okay? So we'll see our total goes up to 20p now. So we've got the 10p and the 10p, so we're now at 20p. All right, then we've got the bag of marbles, okay? Now, that's going to cost us 12 pence. Now, 12 pence is going to be added to the 20p that we've already spent for the 2 pots of bubbles, okay? So we add that on, we get 32p, okay? If you wanted to, you could have gone up in a jump of 10 to make it 30 and then added on the extra 2, okay? So we've got to 32p. Okay, so our total spend is 32p. Have we got enough money? Well, yes, we've got 50p, okay? So we've got enough money that we can spend for these 3 items, okay? We haven't gone over our budget of 50p. Okay, so Jack and Jill are happy. They're saying, yes, we have enough money to spend. Okay, let's look at our next one. All right, so this time they're saying we've got 20p to spend. Can we buy a tennis ball for 9p, a train for 4p, and a glockenspiel, which is 7p? Okay, they've got 20p to spend. Let's have a look on our number line. We've got 20p to spend. We've got our ball first for 9p, okay? So we've outlaid 9p, first of all. Now total down the bottom is 9p. Now we're going to get our train. Our train is 4p, so we're going to add that extra 4p on. And down the bottom, we see our total goes up to 13 now, okay? So we hold 9 in our head, 10, 11, 12, 13, okay? So we're at 13p. Now we've got to get our glockenspiel, that's 7p. Okay, so our total up the top there goes up, our 7p. And down the bottom here, we've got to get from 13p, we've got to add another 7p. Okay, hopefully we know what that is because that's our number bonds 10, isn't it? 7 and 3. Okay, so we've got 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so we're now at 20p. So we've got a total of 20p and we've got 20p to spend. Okay, are they happy? Yes, we have enough money. Okay, so Jack and Jill can get their ball, their train, and their glockenspiel. Let's have a look at the next one. This time they're in the shop and they've got 32p. Okay, now can we buy 2 tennis balls? Okay, 9p each, a train, all right, for 4p, and a bag of marbles. All right. Now, what might be the easiest way to do this is to think of the bag of marbles first, but I'll let you decide. Okay, see if you can work that out in your head. So let's have a look how we can do it on the number line. We start with 9p. Then we're going to add our another 9p because we're buying 2 balls. So that goes up to 18p. Okay. Now we're going to add in our train. Our train is 4p. So we've got to add to our 18p, we've got to add 4p. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. 4p goes at the top and then we're at 22p. Okay, now we've got our 12p to add on. Our 12p. So we've got 22. Now, if we added 10 to 22, we'd get to 32. And then we just have to add the extra 2 that we haven't added yet. And then that'd be 34. So let's have a look. We've got 12p. That jumps us up to 34p. So there's a total spend there of 34p. Have they got enough money to buy all of those items? Well, they've only got 32p to spend, so no, they haven't. They've gone over by 2p, haven't they? Okay, so they wouldn't be able to get them. All right, so let's see, Jack and Jill. No, we don't have enough money to spend. Okay, so you're going to be doing similar tasks to that today. If you want to go off and do a worksheet now, and then you can come back and have a look at the plenary. If you want to just press pause now, and then you can go off and do your worksheet, okay? All right, so now our plenary, okay. Now this time, you want to imagine that you're going into a shop. You've got £1 to spend, and you want to buy 2 tennis balls, okay? You need to work out how much change you're going to receive. All right, so let's have a look at the number line. We've got our £1, okay? We're buying a tennis ball for 9p, just like we did before, 9p. Okay, that takes our total up to 9p. Then we've got another tennis ball. That's going to cost us another 9p. Right, and what does our spend down the bottom jump to? 18p now. Okay, now that's all we're going to buy. We're now working out how much change we're going to receive. Okay, so to work out how much change we're going to receive, we can think about how much more would I need to get up to the pound. Okay, we spent 18p. If I keep adding on to get up to a pound, then I'll know how much change I should get. Okay, so we're at 18p. Now, the easiest way to do this, well, there's a lot of different ways you could do it, but one of the ways is to jump up to the nearest 10. Okay, so if I add 2 onto my 18p, then I get to 20, don't I? Okay, so I've got to keep that 2 in my head. Okay, so I've got 2p, and I'm at 20p down the bottom. Okay, now I need to jump from 20p to a pound. How big is that jump? Okay, how much more do we need to add to 20p to get to a pound? Well, if we know our number bonds to 10, then we know this, don't we? Because if we had 2 and we needed to get to 10, we would add 8. If we have 20 and we need to get to a pound, we add 80p. Okay, so 80p, because it's the same as 100 pence, okay, a pound. All right, so we've added on the 2 to make it easy for ourselves to get to the 20p. Okay, then we've just said how much more do I need to get to the pound, which is 100p. Okay, 20p plus 80p is going to be 100p, or a pound. Okay, now we know we just have to add that 80p and the original 2p that we had, that we jumped to get to 20, and then we should have our change. So these two together are going to be 80p plus 2p, okay, which is going to equal 82p change. Okay, so that's one way that you could work out how much change you get. Now, there are other ways to do it. Can you think of any other ways that you can do that? I'll leave you to have a think about that one. How would you go about doing it if you went into the shop with that money and had to buy the 2 tennis balls, okay? All right, hope you get on well with that work, and I'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye.